Hi, my name's Alyssa, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing Mars in Pisces. Do you have a friend who just seems to always let life happen and never ever takes initiative in anything? You might have a friend with a Mars in Pisces. That's the main characteristic of Mars in Pisces. But doesn't necessarily mean it's all true. Mars, being anger, aggression, sex, passion, all that stuff, fiery ball planet, thrown into Pisces, which is a very passive, subconscious, creative sign, and it's a water sign, and Mars is fire. So you throw this fire into water, and what I always say, when you throw fire into water, you get passive aggressiveness, which has been a common occurrence and a common word that I've used, a common phrase that I've used in this whole Mars series that I've done. But it is really true, and it's still true of Mars and Pisces. They kind of seem a little slow moving, kind of seem like it takes a lot to get them enraged. And so they use manipulative tactics. People have said that Mars and Pisces is the trash can of the zodiac, meaning it takes all of the other signs and combines them into one. Have you ever heard that white light consists of all the colors spectrum? Have you heard that? That's basically what they say Pisces is. It's this bright light that's just consisted of all of the signs, all of the information, and that's why it becomes so subconscious. It's a very wise sign. But what happens to it is knowing everything and understanding and having this ability to choose their battles. You basically get somebody who doesn't want to choose any battles. Somebody who really is ooh, been there, done that in my past life. I don't want to have anything to do with this. I'm just going to let this happen. So a Mars in Pisces can be very irritating to the people around them. I know you don't mean to. You're doing your thing. You're not ruffling feathers. And you're being very, very passive aggressive. What's wrong with that? No one cares about passive aggressiveness. Not Alyssa. I love passive aggressive people. So, basically a slow mover when it comes to that sort of passion, anger, and desire. Pisces is a master manipulator because it knows how. And so sometimes you've noticed that a Pisces sign, sun sign, they can be great liars. And just say that now this lying ability is in this Mars area. What they want to do is, instead of blow up in anger, they want to manipulate people to not make them angry. They can get what they want through manipulation. Another issue though here is that Pisces Mars generally don't know what they want. So they're manipulating people to make them happy, and they don't really know what they're manipulating them for because they don't really know what's going to make them happy all the time. So it becomes this sort of weird game, I guess you could say games, that Mars and Pisces do with people. It's almost evil, but their heart's in the right place. So if their heart's not in the right place, then it is evil. It's not evil if you're a good person. What makes a good person? I don't know. I've been struggling with that my whole life. Pisces itself is a great chameleon, and I enjoy that about Pisces and Pisces placements. So of all of the water Mars signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, Pisces is the least explosive of them all because they really can hold it in forever if they need to. Of course, it goes inward and gets all messed up, but they have the ability to change what they need. It's been there and it's done that. And so it can become anything that it has been in the past. And if you affect it, if you hurt it, it knows how to fix itself pretty easily. In that way, it becomes almost like a different person. So I could say that if you have your Mars in Pisces, you might have started off one way as a kid. And as you grew up, you found that the way you deal with anger has completely changed and done a 180. Maybe even a 360. Maybe you're back to the way you were as a kid. But every time somebody hurts you, every time somebody makes you mad, things change. You're able to manipulate yourself and others to make sure that doesn't happen again. And in a way, it's repression, but you do it because you don't want to explode. The best thing for any Pisces placement, especially something like a Mars in Pisces, in order to get their anger down, is to create, have an outlet, write. I did read that Bono is a Mars in Pisces, and Bono writes a lot of songs. Of course, everyone thinks he's the biggest douche in the world. He may or may not be, but he does write a lot. Get out that anger in almost like just a sad, solemn way. He's made a lot of men cry. Now, a Mars in Pisces in sexual, passionate situations are not like gonna lay there, they're not dormant. They're chameleons. They are the lover that can become whatever you need in the bedroom. So if you like kink, they can play kink. If you like gentle lovemaking, they can play that game. Everything in a way is a sort of game, is something that I think, I'm not a Mars in Pisces, but I really do believe that a Mars in Pisces has a lot of fun with all of this. Like, I'm a Mars in Virgo, so I'm like the opposite, right? And I'm a little bit analytical and about stuff, about anger and repressing my anger, and I'm pretty analytical about sex in general. But Mars in Pisces, it's kind of goes with the flow. You can't upset them by springing something weird on them, by withholding sex, by giving them too much sex. They're just like, okay, I'll just do, oh no, you're withholding, I'll be over here. I'm not really too worried. So in that way, almost, would a Mars in Pisces be clingy? They can be clingy. Would they be a cheater? I've known Venus in Pisces can be cheaters. Mars in Pisces, though, to be able to have this great ability to chameleon themselves, I don't think that they're necessarily the ones who are going to seek out a different sexual experience when they're not getting what they want, as they can change to get what they want, and they can manipulate their partner into giving them what they want. As the Mars and Pisces have the ability to just kind of go and have a bunch of sexual partners, I think that depends on other placements, because you see, Mars and Pisces can be whatever it wants to be. So if your rest of your chart is very standard and conservative, your Mars and Pisces is going to follow suit. Now, if the rest of your chart is very liberal and open, your Mars and Pisces will follow suit. It's hard to pin down your own Mars and Pisces. It becomes something like, well, I have my Mars and Pisces. What does that mean? I really just think that it's something inside of you that allows you to go with the flow, allows you to be changeable, allows you to allow people to get upset with you, to be mean to you, and for you to almost take it in stride. Not that you do, I mean, you do get upset. And as I said, you are water, Mars, so very passive, which can be annoying. But for the most part, you genuinely want to do good, and you just want to make people happy. And so that's what I see with the Mars and Pisces. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!